The focus of a lunch discussion today with a bunch of leaders in the world of sport, including Calgary Flames president of Hockey Operations Brian Burke. Brian is speaking alongside other leaders like Shane Doan, captain of the Arizona Coyotes, Kelly Hrudey, former NHL goalie, current hockey analyst with Sportsnet and Hockey Night in Canada. Also Steve Messler, Olympic gold medalist. Today's event in support of Classroom Champions, a great program started by Steve Messler. And Brian, thanks for coming in to talk about this, because I know from chatting with you in the past that mentoring young people is a bit of a passion of yours.
It is, and this is a great program. It'll be a fun event today because Shane, Shane Doan's a great guy, and so is Kelly Hrudey, and I think Ty Domi's going to join us also.
Oh, okay, great.
And this is Classroom Champions is a great program. It connects youth that otherwise wouldn't have access to it with great Olympic and Paralympic athletes. Provides mentorship for them, and really the belief is that kids don't have to be bound by the circumstances they're in. They can improve their lives.
Yeah, and that's where leaders like yourself come in, right? How crucial do you think it is to connect people like yourself with leadership skills with young people?
Well, I think it's critical, and I think the more the youth groups that this program tries to reach, it's to rural, low-income, and First Nations, Métis, and Inuit children, the kids it's trying to reach are probably the ones that can benefit most from this and need it most. So it's someone, it takes inspiration for someone like Steve to think of something like this and then put it to work. It's touching over 2,500 students across Canada, more than half of them here in Alberta.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a mentor growing up, like when you were playing hockey or through business?
I had three,
okay.
Besides my dad. My dad's the greatest influence in my life, but I was lucky. I worked for Pat Quinn, and I worked for Gary Bettman. And then I played for Lou Lamoriello in college. So I've had three real strong leaders, brilliant guys, hard workers that taught me some real good core values.
It's kind of like coaching kids,
isn't it?
Like when you think about, when you want the sports analogy, right?
It is, except you're talking about changing lifetime skills here. Yeah. This is not about making a better hockey player, a better football player. You're talking about turning a young boy or a young girl into someone who believes that they can be far greater than their life shows them they can be at that point in time. It gives them hope. It gives them inspiration, and I think it's just a cool program.
Yeah. Is hope going to be the message that you're going to try and convey today? Or?
I'm going to listen more and talk, I think.
Okay.
I think that I go to these things and I try to learn something myself, so
okay.
I'm going to try to listen. I'm not a good listener, but I'm going to try.
Okay, well, good luck with that. We can't let you come in unless we talk about Flames hockey and that type of thing. It seems that the coaching staff, and this is just my observation, you guys seem to be playing the young guys, which is kind of tying into the topic that we're discussing today. You're kind of giving them more experience, right?
Well, what's happened is we've had a couple young players emerge as leaders on our team and emerge as better players on our team. When you are out of the playoff race, as we are, your job is to affect the playoff race. Your job is to, even if you can't get your team back in the hunt, your job is to affect the race for the other teams. Knocking off teams, making them miss the playoffs, making them play teams in the playoffs they don't want to play.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of our guys. They've been working. We've been in almost every game we played. The last little bit, we've had the goalie out in a couple of the losses recently. We went into Pittsburgh and beat them, won last night. So our guys are not quitting. They're not accepting the fact that we can't be a factor. And some of the young guys, Johnny last night had a terrific game.
Yeah, I mean, we had 3 points, right? A couple of goals in 10 seconds or so, and an assist on the game winner, which was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, and he fooled us all in the first goal.
I know, that was odd.
I was right above, I sit right above that net, and I didn't think it went in.
Oh, okay, there you go. Is there, you're talking about playing spoiler for all the teams that are trying to make it and move up and down within their playoff positions. Is it in the psyche of the athletes to kind of have that drive, or is that where yourself and Brad Treliving and Coach Hartley come in?
Well, I think we've got that makeup. I think it's our DNA anyway. We had that last year where we never quit. We came back from games that we had no business winning and won them, and I think it's part of our DNA. But I think the coaching staff's done a good job reinforcing it. I think our GM's done a really good job. But the fact of the matter is, if you're not going to make the playoffs, you owe it to your fans to do a maximum effort and to be a factor in other teams' chances. And I'm really proud of the way our guys are working.
You're competing every night, right? Every day and every night. Good stuff. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you coming in this morning. Brian is one of the many excellent leaders in the world of sports speaking today. Excellence through mentorship. Classroom Champions live speaker series. It's at the Met downtown today, 11:30 till 1 p.m. And our friend Tara Sloan from Rogers Hometown Hockey, former host of this show, she's going to be emceeing today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always good to see you.